Yo, guys, this isn't the Spider-Man No Way Home video. That's still coming soon. But after what transpired at Money in the Bank, I have to say this: WWE has a massive problem, and it's not Vince McMahon. I mean, he is an issue, but you know who else is an issue? Paul Triple H Levesque. Everyone in the community wants to act like everything bad that happens in WWE is always Vince, which is so dumb because Paul Levesque has the title of Chief Content Creative Officer. That's just kind of weird. If you are one of those people that think that Triple H is a victim, just leave, because this is not what this is about. I'm ripping Paul Levesque apart right now. Let's rewind back to when Paul Levesque first took control of WWE. It was a couple weeks, I'm pretty sure I remember, it was a couple weeks before SummerSlam, and WWE, everyone thought it was so good as soon as Paul Levesque took over. No, it wasn't that good. The pay-per-views were pretty good. SummerSlam was good. Clash of the Castle was good. The Crown Jewel was bad. It was horrendous. Well, there were some redeeming qualities about that Crown Jewel, but nah. So Survivor Series was kind of mid. What do you mean it was mid? There was nothing, bro. There was nothing but that small moment at the end there that was worth talking about. Then we go into Royal Rumble. This is where Cody Rhodes returns from his pectoral injury, and he immediately wins the Royal Rumble. He came out at number 30, won the Royal Rumble. That Royal Rumble was pretty fucking good. The end was cinema. That was cinema. The whole Sami Zayn turning on Roman Reigns, that was cinema. It was perfect. When Royal Rumble season came around, it was good. Bray Wyatt was doing his thing with his creativity with LA Knight. We'll get to LA Knight. But Bray Wyatt was doing his thing. And then all of a sudden, it kept seeming like Vince McMahon was getting all over it. But here's the thing. It's not... Yes, some of it is Vince. But you gotta blame Paul Levesque, too. If we don't blame Paul Levesque, we're letting him off the fucking hook. I'm sorry, guys. We're leaving him off the hook. A couple weeks before WrestleMania, WWE has been amazing. It's pretty fucking good. You got like 5 fucking storylines going in the Mania that you really gave a shit. You have weird matches like Brock Lesnar and Omos, which is obviously a Vince match. We had a canceled Bray Wyatt versus Bobby Lashley match, which that was going nowhere fast. So that pulling the plug was probably for the better. Because the Clash of Styles would not have been right. You didn't need to do Bobby Lashley that dirty because there's no way Bray Wyatt could lose this. But you could have done something with Bobby Lashley, but then you didn't. Bray Wyatt gone with the illness. Hasn't been heard for months. He recently came out his silence, but that's besides the point. But all that. But let's get to WrestleMania. Night 1 of WrestleMania, flawless. You want to know why? Because they had the tag title match main event. When we bitched, screamed, and complained that it's a travesty if the best fucking storyline doesn't main event the fucking show, we were flabbergasted that they even thought about putting Charlotte and Rhea in the main event. We were flabbergasted. But thankfully, it was announced a couple hours before the show that the tag title match main event. It was amazing. The right call was made. Then we get to WrestleMania Night 2. Wow. Night 2. First of all, we start with a fucking horrible, atrociously fucking bad match. Fucking Brock Lesnar and Omos was fucking awful. We had don't act like this match was fucking good. But it was good, Omos looked good. Omos doesn't look good, you fucking idiot. How you gonna say Brock was in the fight of his life when it took him 4.5 minutes to beat him? What? Fight of my life, my ass. I will believe Undertaker shooting lightning bolts out of his hand and Bray Wyatt teleporting around and shit before I believe that before Brock Lesnar was the fight of his life. First, so that's an awful fucking start. Then, the showcase match. We were expecting something good. You have 8 ladies in there that we all respect, you know. They gave 8 ladies 8 fucking minutes. Are you... What? Oh my god. Ronda and Shayna won. They were barely in the fucking match. That was fucking weird. They were injured. Then it seemed like something was wrong because they were not in the match. They were literally in the match the last 30-second mark just to get the tap out win. What? If they're fucking injured, don't have them in the fucking match, you fucking doofus. That's a fucking sloppy shop. Having your wrestlers perform injured. Then we have a bunch of commercials and then we're ending hour 1. Then we get the Intercontinental Championship match. Which, you can't fuck this up. You got 3 badasses. You just gotta have 3 of them beat the fuck out of each other. And guess what? It was good. It was good. I'll give Paul Levesque credit. That was fucking good. I believe the right call was made. Gunther should have kept his title. I don't think it was time. Because Gunther is still... You don't need to rush Gunther into the world. Obviously, Gunther is a future world champion. Obviously. But we don't need to rush him. We don't need to rush him. So I like the call of keeping it on him. It was a badass way of how they told the story of how Drew and Sheamus' fucking their animosity towards each other is what screwed them over for Gunther to take advantage and win and keep the title. All right, good. Then, but like, you know, I'm getting off track here. Let's get to the important part. Let's get to Asuka versus Bianca Belair. Asuka comes back with this new fucking Kana character. It's classic. It was the best. It was the best booking we got for her since NXT, right? She got a string of W's. She won the Elimination Chamber that faced Bianca at WrestleMania. Bro, love and respect to Bianca Belair. That was a fun year as champion. When we were terrified that Paula Levesque would do her filthy and just like have her lose it to Charlotte Flair at SummerSlam, I'm glad they didn't do that. Yeah, but that's besides the point. And you have Bianca Belair beat. But you have nobody in line for Bianca, you fucking dumbass. And they just have her have a match with Io amount. But that's besides the point. But let's get to the biggest booking botch of all time. LA Knight is fucking over as fuck. That Bray Wyatt shit, his story with Bray Wyatt really put him on the fucking map. This guy is... I thought he had potential before, but this feud with Bray Wyatt, it gave him all the potential. And you leave him off of WrestleMania? You have a Los Angeles WrestleMania without a person called LA Knight. What? Oh, no. Oh. But that's besides the point. We'll get to LA Knight after we talk about the main event. If you take away the finish, it was match of the year candidate. And people were saying Cody Rhodes was not selling? You guys are what's wrong. Cody was supposed to win this match. I'll explain why later. But I'll explain. Roman Reigns has been champion for 900 plus days at this point. Obviously, the booking of the title reign could have been much, much better. 100%. 100%. But you gotta admit, he became one of the fucking GOATs after being shoved down our throat for 6 years and then reinventing himself. Because we didn't hate Joe, we just hate how he's just another John Cena. So when he came back as the tribal chief, I'm all aboard. A faction with his fucking family? Fuck yeah, that's badass. The bloodline is money. It's money. But Cody should have won because we all knew Roman was going to become way more part-time after Mania. We fucking knew this because of how he was so part-time in 2022. But you keep it on Roman because you held a petty. You were a petulant little child because you couldn't get over Cody putting a sledgehammer to your fucking throne. You fucking bitch. You couldn't put aside your differences in your. It's okay if you don't like Cody, Paul Levesque, but you should have put your differences aside and do what's right for the fucking company. But no, let's keep it on fucking Roman so he can have it for 15 fucking years. Until his leukemia comes back and but like, dude, at this point, who else is there to take it away from Roman? He's gonna retire and have to relinquish it at this point. There was nobody else, you fucking doofus. Paul Levesque said in the press conference, we're waiting for someone to take the title from Roman. What do you mean? But let me rewind a little bit. Before this whole match, people were saying Cody shouldn't win the title. Some people in the community were saying Cody needed to struggle. What? 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 No. Stop. Don't do this. We know WWE. They'll take something and run with it if they don't want it. If they don't want it to be the guy, because some people started to say Cody needed to struggle, and that's where they fucked up. That got to Paul Levesque, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't want Cody to win. Yeah, let's keep it on Roman." Yeah, and of course, Vince McMahon always loves Roman. Paul Levesque does too, but that's besides the point. Cody lost at WrestleMania. And now let's talk about LA Knight. LA Knight. Yeah! I'm not sure we'll be saying yeah like that after what transpired at Money in the Bank. But let's rewind. LA Knight loses that match against Bray Wyatt in the Pitch Black Dark match, or whatever you want to do Pitch Black match against Bray Wyatt, which should have fucking happened. Bray Wyatt needed a big fucking W on his first, but you don't have Bray Wyatt, a big fucking captivating star, lose his first match back. You don't fucking do that. That's fucking disrespectful. Don't do Bray Wyatt that filthy. And they booked him right, and they did something after match that was creative, making Bray Wyatt look like a fucking beast. And we were like, fuck yeah. LA Knight takes, a couple months off, and then we expect him to come back and get a story for Mania. But you know what he comes back to? Oh, let's get him rolled up by Xavier Woods like 3 weeks in a row. What the fuck? It is all for just Xavier Woods to lose to Gunter in a nonsensical match on SmackDown. Okay. We thought, okay, LA Knight's not completely buried. Money in the Bank's coming up. A travesty that he was left off of Backlash and it was tragedy that left off WrestleMania, Backlash, and Night of Champions. That's a travesty that he wasn't on those 3 pay-per-views, even though he's the most fucking over star. Read the room, jackass. But that's besides the point. LA Knight finally gets in the pay-per-view, and it's in London, England. They have a Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which, fuck yeah. UK crowds. Clash of the Castle, the vibes of that crowd was fucking amazing. Alright, but like, that's besides the point. LA, they were behind LA Knight the whole fucking match. And, you know, Paul Levesque had him up there about to win, but then you have Damian Priest joke slam him off the ladder for him to win. I like Damian. His U.S. title run was kind of mid. I don't know what this is going to fucking do with him. He needs fucking better booking. He needs to be in a fucking story. You don't need a briefcase to create tension between him and Balor, you fucking idiot. No, you put it on Priest because, you know, everyone would bitch and complain if you gave it to Logan Paul. I like Logan Paul. I love his prime drink, but that's besides the point. I love the KSI Logan Paul, but that's besides the point. Logan Paul doesn't need that. Damian Priest doesn't need that. You can tell the story between him and Balor, the tension is fucking good. It's something. It's something. Obviously, work has to be done for us to give a shit, but it's something. But you have to give it to LA Knight. That crowd, bro. Oh my God. You would have... the fact that Paul Levesque didn't call an audible right there, like... And the thing is, they put it at the beginning of the show for a fucking reason, because they wanted to say, fuck you, we're not giving it to LA Knight, Eli Drake. But instead, we're going to give it to somebody who, I like Damian Priest, but what? What? His booking's been so fucking atrociously bad. He's been losing to Seth Rollins constantly, and now you give him a briefcase? You have him lose a world title match, and then a few weeks later have him win a briefcase? Are you fucking high? Wow. Wow. You still have... But that's what I wanted to get into. WWE has a massive fucking problem. They won't listen to the fans. Everyone said when Paul... The 3 years in black and gold, that's not coming back, guys. Paul Levesque doesn't have creativity. He had Dusty... He inherited Dusty Rhodes' NXT. And he had William Regal by his side. And do you think all Paul Levesque had to do was like finish the touches and like do the matches and shit. Paul Levesque was so good with just having 1 hour on the WWE network. You think Paul Levesque can book a 3-hour? He even admits he can't book a 3-hour show. He can't book a 2-hour show either. But that's what I'm getting at. People want to say, oh, Paul Levesque's a victim. He won't put his show. LA Knight didn't need Paul Levesque's help to get over. Because LA Knight had his own character from scratch, and it wasn't from Paul Levesque. Paul Levesque didn't create LA Knight. No, he didn't. And Paul Levesque doesn't like that. And obviously, with the animosity towards Cody Rhodes. I'm just so frustrated that WWE could just make this big botch of a decision. But the solution to this, you get Vince McMahon out and you get Paul Levesque out. You put someone in there who's a creative mastermind and you have them book the show. You have them be chief content creative. Because people are in the community are saying, everything that's bad is Vince. It's Vince. He's speaking Paul Levesque. Paul Levesque, go to your wife's purse and grab your balls, buddy. If that's really what's happening. No. If that's not what's happening, guys. Paul Levesque is the biggest ass kisser of all time. Stephanie McMahon, Shane McMahon, they both walked out of the company numerous times. Well, actually, Stephanie didn't really walk. Shane McMahon walked out numerous times. Last year at the Royal Rumble, he walked out. Because he knew the booking of that shit was garbage. Wow. But that's my solution. You gotta either get your fucking balls, Paul Levesque, or you're just an enabler. So either way, Paul Levesque is a bitch, guys. Whether it's fucking Vince overriding everything, or it is Paul Levesque, he's shading fucking stars. He won't put anyone over that's not his. Let's not have Asuka win at WrestleMania. Let's have her win on Saturday afternoon at a Saudi Arabia show. Just so she can be 0-5 at WrestleMania. Good job, Paul Levesque, you fucking idiot. And now and the thing is, you're just gonna give that fucking title to fucking Charlotte Flair anyway, so it won't fucking matter. You're gonna do Asuka 30 again. Again. Well, that's it for the video, guys. The Spider-Man No Way Home should come soon. Later in the week, later next week, it will come. See you guys.